Hey everybody, it's Kaylee. We're back with another Gmail tip. Today we're going to be talking about something that's really cool, and actually it's about to get even cooler. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. Hopefully this tip today is going to help you be just a lot more productive with your emails, because this tool is going to allow you to do a lot of neat things that you wish Gmail did automatically. So let's get started. So this tip today is about an extension called Boomerang. If you're not familiar with the extensions at all, they are, for the most part, free to download. You just go to the Chrome web store, and you can install these extensions into your Chrome web browser. This extension called Boomerang is specifically for Gmail, and it increases the functionality a lot. So let's start with what it does and then how you can get it. So you're seeing on your screen your slides for this week. And so over on the right side of this slide, you'll see all kinds of things that Boomerang allows you to do with your email. So Boomerang, the extension, allows you to compose a message now. So like maybe you have time to sit down and write out this message, like maybe you have a weekly email that you send out every week, kind of like as a recap of what you studied that week. Or on the flip side, maybe you send out every Monday like a newsletter with things that you're going to be covering for that week. Boomerang allows you to go ahead and compose that message now, but send it at a later date. So if you want that message to go out on Monday at 8 a.m., but you have time on Sunday afternoon to sit down and send the email, go ahead and compose your email, schedule it through Boomerang, and it'll automatically send out to those recipients at your scheduled date and time. Boomerang also, like its name suggests, allows you to kind of boomerang an email back into your inbox. So it's almost like Gmail's snooze function. So Boomerang allows you to boomerang, essentially it takes the email out of your inbox, and then brings that message back to your attention at a certain date and time. You can also set up these emails to boomerang back, like if you don't hear a reply from somebody. So let's say that someone's asked you a question, or you've replied to someone and you've given them some information, but you still want to kind of follow up with them later. You can boomerang that back if you don't hear a response within 2 days or within 4 days. Then Boomerang will automatically send that email message back into your inbox so that you can check it back out again. Boomerang also allows you to pause your inbox temporarily, so that stops incoming messages from coming in. So if you're a person that tends to get distracted by email a lot, maybe you sit down to work on a project and then before you know it, your email's open and you're stressing out about how many emails you have or how many replies you need to write. Boomerang allows you to pause that so you're not distracted by your inbox when you don't need to be. And then Boomerang also has something that checks the readability of your emails and tells you kind of a rating on how likely it is that people will read and respond to your email based on things like the reading level that you've composed your email at, how many questions are included, the length of the subject, and that kind of thing. So if any of those features sound good to you, like they would benefit you in any way, then you can click on our slides for this week, and I've got the install the extension linked to those slides. So you just click it, it's going to take you to the Chrome web store, and then once you've got it installed, you'll see your inbox change just a little bit. So here's my inbox again, and you'll see over here to the side I now have my pause inbox button. So again, that keeps new emails from coming into my inbox as long as I've got it paused. So that really helps with focus on other tasks and not being distracted by email especially. And then you'll see that I also have a little boomerang symbol next to every email in my inbox. So remember, I can boomerang a message. So if I don't hear a reply from this message in an hour or tomorrow or in a couple of weeks, it will boomerang back into my inbox so that I know that I need to follow back up with that person. Or if I need to reply at a specific date and time, then I can schedule this message to boomerang back into my inbox at that specific date and time that I would like to go back and look at that email specifically. The best part about Boomerang, like I was saying, is that it gives you the option to compose an email today while you have a minute and then schedule it to send out at a later time. So I could bring up a new message window here and compose this email, and then you'll see that I have the send later button. So this pops up right below the traditional send button. So I can send this message later and I get kind of those same date and time options. So I can send it in a couple of hours, I can send it tomorrow morning, or I can schedule it to go out at a specific date in a specific time if that's what I need to do for that message. Now, here's the part where it gets really good. So Gmail is actually working on this feature to be embedded into Gmail. It hasn't made its way out to everyone yet. It's a big rollout, so it's going to take a long time. So I'm still a Boomerang girl for now, but in the future, Google is rolling it out so that right here next to your send button, you'll have a little drop down caret, and that will give you the option to send your message at a later date. So you don't get all the benefits of Boomerang, like you can't make the message come back at a certain time unless you use the snooze. You don't get the pause inbox button, but you will have the option to schedule a message to send at a later date. So that's going to be really cool. But like I said, it hasn't rolled out yet. So I still think Boomerang is worth your time if you want to look into it. The only thing is with a business email account like we have in Bullitt County, your school email is technically tied to an organization. Boomerang, the free version, only gives you 10 schedule credits a month. Now, typically, I usually don't even go over that in my position. Usually, I only schedule maybe 5 emails, like 1 a week, sometimes a couple a week. I've gone over a couple of times, and it just won't let you schedule anymore after you hit your 10 email a month limit. But then the new month comes, and they send you an email that says, we're going to restock your account with 10 extra credits. So the next month, you're ready to schedule again. So that makes Boomerang really great, too. Free, easy to use, easy to set up, all good. I also have another helpful tip for you. So back on our slides for today, there is a bookmark that you can add to your bookmarks bar called Trick Gmail. And so Gmail is really intuitive, like a lot of Google products, and it tries to hide your signature for you because it thinks that that text is redundant to your email message conversation that you're having. But you can add this website, has a link in the middle, and it'll say drag this bookmark to your bookmark bar. So you'll just literally click here. We can look at it together. So if you scroll down a little bit, it's kind of explaining like here's how it would hide your signature, but you don't really want that to be hidden in your email. So you will click and drag this up into your bookmarks bar and just let it go. And then when you're composing an email in the future, you'll just hit that Trick Gmail button after you compose your email. And it's going to put like a tiny little reference number at the bottom of your signature. So by adding this additional text that's different and unique to the email, it tricks Gmail into not thinking that your signature is redundant anymore. I know that's kind of tricky, but long story short, it stops your signature from being hidden. So let me find one maybe that I've sent, hopefully, that has that reference number on it really quickly. Let's see. Let's look here. So here you can see there's my Trick Gmail button. So all I did when I was composing this email, now I don't have Trick Gmail on this computer, so just bear with me as I walk you through it. I just composed this email as normal, and then at the end before I sent it, when I still had my compose window up, on my bookmarks bar, I just clicked Trick Gmail, and it automatically popped in that reference number. I didn't have to type it, I didn't have to format it, I didn't have to do anything except click that button. And then when I send out this email, instead of using those 3 dots and hiding my signature, Gmail was tricked, thinking that my signature was now an original part of my message, so it didn't hide it. So if you ever have people not seeing your signature or asking who you are or that kind of thing, when you're emailing them, I highly recommend this, especially if you've got like a nice signature that you've worked hard on and you want to be sure that it's seen every time that you send an email. Install that Trick Gmail bookmark and just click it right before you send your email so that it pops that up. It's not very visible, it's hidden, but it makes sure your signature is seen every time. So that's our next tip in our series. I think we've got one more tip and maybe a bonus tip coming out soon, and then you'll be getting your certificate of credit. So I hope this has been helpful. And as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Bye, guys.